You might think your cat doesn't really know how you feel about them, but what if I told you they are constantly reading your actions like a silent language you don't even realize you're speaking? And here's the strange part. Most cat owners accidentally send the signal, "I don't care about you," every single day, without meaning to, not because they don't love their cat, but because cats don't understand intention. They understand patterns, repetition, timing, energy, and that's where everything starts. Because once you understand this, you realize something shocking. Your cat has never been guessing about you. They've been observing you, constantly, quietly, carefully, and reacting the entire time. You just didn't notice it. Let's start with the first reason a cat knows you love them. And this is something most people completely misunderstand. The first reason is eye contact, but not normal eye contact, not human eye contact, not staring, not focusing, because for cats, eye contact is pressure, it is tension, it is awareness. A long stare feels like confrontation in their world, but slow blinking is something completely different. Slow blinking is the closest thing a cat has to saying, "I feel safe enough around you to stop monitoring you." And that is not a small thing. That is a massive behavioral shift, because cats are always monitoring, always scanning, always evaluating. So when they stop doing that, even for a second, something changes internally in their nervous system. And here's what most people don't realize. Cats don't just respond to slow blinking. They often wait for it, they initiate it, then pause, almost like they are testing whether you understand the signal. And when you slowly blink back, something subtle happens. Not loud, not dramatic, but real. The space feels calmer, the energy drops, the cat doesn't retreat, and that is the beginning of trust. But here's where it gets even deeper. The second reason a cat knows you love them is your routine. And this one is extremely powerful because it is not emotional, it is structural. Cats don't think in time, they think in patterns. Food happens after this, calm happens after this, sleep happens after this, and when those patterns stay consistent, their nervous system relaxes. But when those patterns change, even slightly, they don't panic outwardly. They shift into observation mode. They start watching you more, tracking you more, waiting more, because unpredictability is not emotion for them, it is information. And information means they need to pay attention. Over time, your cat builds predictions about you, and those predictions become emotional safety or emotional uncertainty, and that difference changes everything about how they behave around you. Now, the third reason a cat knows you love them is touch, and this is where most people get it wrong completely, because more petting does not equal more love for a cat. Cats don't measure affection in quantity, they measure it in precision and respect. Every touch is evaluated instantly. Too fast, and it feels unsafe. Too long, and it becomes overwhelming. Too random, and it loses meaning completely. But when touch is slow, consistent, and responsive, something different happens. Because cats are not just reacting to touch, they are reacting to whether you respond to them while touching them. And here's the key detail. When you stop petting the moment they show discomfort, even slightly, you are not just interacting with them anymore, you are communicating respect. And respect builds trust faster than affection ever could, because trust is not built by intensity, it is built by control and safety. Now, the fourth reason a cat knows you love them is play, but not normal play, not random movement, not chaotic interaction. Cats are built around instinct loops: stalk, focus, chase, capture, and when that loop completes properly, their brain releases satisfaction signals. That is why, after play, their entire behavior changes. They become calmer, slower, more grounded, sometimes even affectionate. But here's what most people miss. If the loop is too predictable, the brain disengages. If it is too chaotic, the brain gets overstimulated. But when it is just unpredictable enough, the instinct fully activates. And that activation is what makes play feel real for a cat. And real play equals emotional satisfaction. Now, the fifth reason a cat knows you love them is space. And this one goes completely against human instinct, because humans think closeness equals love, but cats think control equals safety. If they can leave at any time, they feel safe staying, but if they feel trapped, even emotionally, they withdraw, and that withdrawal is often misunderstood as disinterest. But it is actually self-regulation, and here's the deeper truth. The less you force interaction, the more your cat chooses interaction, and choice is the strongest form of trust they have. Now, the sixth reason a cat knows you love them is your energy, not your words, not your actions, your energy. Cats detect micro-signals instantly: movement speed, breathing rhythm, posture tension, emotional stability, and over time, they don't build a memory of your actions. They build a feeling of your presence: safe, unstable, calm, predictable, and that feeling becomes their default reaction to you, not based on one moment, but repeated exposure. Now, the seventh reason a cat knows you love them is presence, and this is subtle but extremely important, because being near a cat is not the same as being with a cat. They can tell when your attention is split, they can feel when you are distracted, when you are mentally somewhere else, but they also notice when you fully arrive in the moment, even for a few seconds. And those seconds matter more than most people realize, because attention without pressure is rare in their world, and rarity equals value. Now, the eighth reason a cat knows you love them is your voice, not the words you say, but how you say them. Cats don't understand language, but they understand emotional structure inside sound, tone, rhythm, repetition, familiarity, and over time, your voice becomes a signal system: safe sound, calm sound, food sound, attention sound, and eventually, they respond before anything even happens, because they are not reacting to meaning, they are reacting to pattern recognition. Now, the ninth reason a cat knows you love them is scent. Cats live in a world built on smell memory, and when they rub against you, they are not just being affectionate. They are building identity overlap, a shared scent map that says, "This is safe," and that map becomes stronger over time than visual recognition, because smell is memory for cats, and memory equals emotional grounding. And finally, the 10th reason a cat knows you love them is patience, real patience, not forcing interaction, not chasing affection, not demanding attention, just allowing the cat to come to you on its own timeline, because cats don't build trust quickly. They build it in layers, slowly, repeatedly, quietly, and every moment you wait instead of push, you are reinforcing one idea: this human does not pressure me. And once that idea is formed, everything changes, because now your cat is no longer reacting defensively. They are choosing freely, and that choice is where real connection begins. And when all of this comes together, your cat stops testing you, stops analyzing you, stops hesitating around you, and starts simply existing with you, not because they were convinced, but because they collected enough consistent evidence to trust you. And once that trust is formed, they don't reevaluate it every day. They live inside it. And here's the part most people never realize: your cat might already understand all of this about you. You just didn't know how to read it yet. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching, because that already says something about you. It means you didn't just skim this, you actually paid attention to how subtle communication really works. And maybe now you're looking at your cat a little differently. Maybe you're noticing things you didn't notice before: the small pauses, the slow blinks, the way they choose distance or closeness without saying anything at all. Because once you understand this language, it doesn't really turn off again. You start seeing it everywhere, and honestly, that's the part most people never expect. So I'm curious about one thing. Which one of these signs did you already recognize in your own cat without even realizing it mattered at the time? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to read your experience.